Okay. Oh, just want to say there will be one more live stream class for this fall session, and that is going to be next week. And then I'm going to send out an email either tomorrow or this weekend about live stream in winter when I'm in California. So I'll start that up first week of, as soon as we get out there, first week of January. Okay, but more info to come. All right, it's 5:30. Let's do it. Okay, so I'm assuming that you guys hear me fine. Yes, I see the audio input. Okay. So just a nice seated pose beginning here. And just rock back and forth, lifting one sitting bone and the other. And listen, when you're doing this, make this a nice core experience. So draw back your navel, keep your spine straight, and then you're basically using your core for the most part to lift one side and then the other. Okay, and then just settle into your seat. Close your eyes, feel your breath. All right, so listen up. With your eyes closed, feel your sitting bones beneath you. You can feel where they're pressing into your mat, right? Where the most pressure is. Okay, right above there is your pelvic floor. So we want to get the rib cage directly above the pelvic floor. Now, come back with the rib cage just a little bit and press it down toward the hips. Okay, so don't flare it forward. So you're probably going to feel like you're sitting back a little bit more than you usually would. And that's simply because we have a tendency to have our ribs come forward over. I'm exaggerating, like in front of our pelvic floor. Bring that rib cage back, drop it down, and settle right there. That's going to give you the best balance, the best stability. And breathe here, 360-degree rib cage breath. Expanding that rib cage in all directions, including the back of the rib cage. Slide your palms back so that they come to your inner knees or inner thighs, dropping your elbows, keeping your shoulders nice and relaxed. Draw your navel back and begin turning. Now, as you spin your torso, and actually you're spinning and turning your spine, right? That's what's making this all happen. So as you're turning this, bring your awareness to the core, to the lower back and the abdominals. And if you can, close your eyes. And I want you to feel how that is where the power is coming from in this move. It's the engine. Reverse. So just a nice, mindful and deliberate turn, really feeling these movements, the sensations in your body as you do this. And bringing it back to center. Take your right fingertips out to the side and behind you. Drop them behind you into the floor, carpet, whatever you have. Press the pads of your fingertips into the floor. Drop your shoulder, but keep your arm nice and straight and strong. Left arm comes over, left hand takes a hold of the top of the right thigh, elbow bends in front of you, draw it in toward you, and now begin to press into that palm and turn from the belly button to your right. And now add the ribcage breath. So you never want to force a twist, right? You want to just firmly twist, but without forcing anything. Better to keep it easy and then soften into it and then begin to turn more versus jar into it. Those of you who want more, extend that right arm behind you, turn the palm to the left, bring the arm back, and give yourself a bind with that arm. And as you press into the top of that left hand, right hand, draw your right elbow back, turn a little more, and look for that breath. All right, let go of the bind if you have it. Right fingertips next to you, not behind you, into the mat. Turn forward, left fingertips in the mat next to you. Now take them back. Remember that arm is straight. You're pressing into the pads of the fingertips. Shoulder is dropped. Right arm comes across. Right hand takes the top of your left thigh. Right elbow draws in toward the body. Spine gets nice and tall with that move. Pull your navel back, turn your navel to the left as you press into the right hand. Keep the right shoulder low. And breathe here, rib cage breath right here. So work through that resistance of the twist to get the rib cage to open and close with these inhales and exhales. And take it back to center here. All right, we're going to do full rotations for the neck. So a little bit of cars. All right. So the neck is nice and straight here. Drop your jaw, drop your chin. Okay, now what we're going to do, close your eyes. I think that's the best way to really get deep into this. So what we're going to do is we're going to lift the very top of your neck, the top of your spine, by drawing the chin back. Don't drop the head forward. Just draw the chin back. Now lift it up. So it's almost like you're trying to squeeze up into the throat. And then from that squeezing in the throat, you're going to kind of curl forward and lift up through the back of the neck. So you're getting this, you're kind of making a double chin, okay? Relax the shoulders, tuck up again. Think about it as the top of the neck. You want to roll it really tightly like a cinnamon roll. So you're just rolling the top of it. Yeah, getting a nice roll up there. So you've got a nice long neck. Now slowly keep that tuck in the chin and turn your head slowly to the right. Keep the tuck, keep the tuck, keep the tuck as far to the right as you can go. Now drop the right ear back toward your wing bone. Here comes the chin up to the ceiling. And you're going to follow a line up, up, up. Make a half circle to the left shoulder with the chin. Full rotation. Now you find your left ear drawn back toward the left wing bone. Now turn your head to the left. Now tuck your chin up. Get that little tuck at the top here. And then take your head slowly to the right. Chin follows the collarbone here. All the way to the right. So it's a slow, full rotation. Drop the ear back. Here comes the chin up to the ceiling. Slowly draw that arc to the left shoulder. Take your time, take your time, take your time. Once that ear drops back, turn your head to the left, tuck up, give yourself that double chin. Draw across to the center of your chest. Take it to the left this time. So you're just going to move to the left, drop the left ear back first this time. Here comes a chin. It's lifting, lifting, keep lifting, lifting, lifting all the way across to the right, to the right, to the right. Then drop that right ear back, turn the head to the right. Little tuck here with that double chin move, and then bring it to center and across to the left again. So it's a slow movement. Drop your ear back. Here comes that chin lifting up, up, up. Lift it, lift it, lift it. Lift using a lifting motion, and then right ear to the right. Head turns to the right. Tuck that chin up. Bring it back to center. Okay, nice. Bring it to all fours and tabletop pose. Separate your fingers, press deeply into each finger, edges of your palms, and then suction cup the center of your palms. Look back at your knees. They should be dropped directly under your hips. Neck is in alignment with the rest of the spine, so you're looking straight down at the mat between your hands. Press the tops of your toes, tops of your feet into the mat and lift your belly. Feel how that fires it up? Now, drop your lower back, lift your tail, feel the hips spread behind you. Drop, 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 drop that belly, drop that belly. Now, come forward with the chest as you lengthen from the lower back all the way up to the upper back and the neck. Now, as you're pressing forward with the heart, press back with the hands. So it's like you're trying to slide your hands back into the mat, but they won't move. And you're pressing your heart forward at the same time. Now drop your tail, roll it to the ground. Belly lifts up. Feel how it lifts the spine and opens it up toward the ceiling. Bring that nice opening all the way up the spine to the upper back and the neck. Head is dropped nicely here. Turn your head to the right easily. Back to center, to the left. Really let go of the weight of your skull. Back to center. Drop your belly, your lower back. Here come the hips. They're coming up. Tail is going up to the ceiling. Press into the lower edge of the palms. Draw them back. Heart draws forward. Nice, strong cow pose here. And now another cat as you lift the belly, round the lower back, tuck your tail under. And then when you get to this upper back, you can press into the outer edges of your hands to really make some more space for the upper back. And back to tabletop here. Left knee comes in just a bit. Right leg lifted up, press it back with a flexed heel. Separate those toes, press out through the heel some more, lift the belly. Squeeze the right butt cheek, press out through the heel some more. So you really want to get that right leg active. Lift it a little bit more. And a little bit more. Use the leg, use the glutes. Now bend that right knee and bring it to the side and toward your right shoulder and hold it here. I want you to squeeze deeply at that place where you have this big crease at the bottom of your torso and top of your right thigh. Make the crease even deeper. Press that knee toward your shoulder. Send the leg back. Flexed heel. Bring it to the shoulder. Increase the crease. Send it back to the shoulder. And now pulse it to the shoulder, keeping that leg as high as possible, really going deep in the hips, deep in the glutes here. Now send the leg back, hips facing the mat, right heel flexed, lift it a little higher. Press firmly into both hands. Don't drop into the shoulders. Keep them nice and open. Bend the knee, press that heel up to the ceiling and pulse. Little pulses here. Nice, squeezing those glutes as you do this. All right, now keep the knee bent. Swing that knee over all the way to the left side of your mat. Drop it down. Your thighs are touching each other. So the back of the left thigh is touching the front of your right thigh. Do I have that right? Yes. So thigh to thigh, squeeze those legs together. Press the hips back toward your heels. Walk your hands one or two little steps to the right and press back some more. Bend your elbows and see if you can't just get your torso right over those legs. And deep breath here. Lifting the hips, walking your hands so they're back to the center of your mat, unlocking that right leg, taking that right knee down to the ground, coming back in table pose here. All right. Little cat and cow flexing for the back here, just in the middle, little transition. So just really a flow into cat and cow. And back to table pose. Press into the hands, keep the arms long. Right knee comes in just off center. Left leg goes out with a flexed heel. Press out some more, and even some more. Lift the leg a little higher. Squeeze the left butt cheek. Press out some more through that heel. Super strong, everyone, in that leg. Lift it a little higher. Hold it. Bend that knee and take it to your left shoulder. Hold it. Feel that place where you're squeezing. Feel that place, right? Top of the thigh, lower part of the torso where you've got that little crease. Squeeze it some more. Hold it. Send the leg back. Heel is flexed. Back to the shoulder and squeeze. Keep the leg as high as possible. Send it back. And again to the right. And this time pulse it. Pulse that knee toward the shoulder. Be aware of where that crease is. That's where you're getting this nice movement, right? You want to squeeze there, squeeze there, squeeze there. Send the leg back, nice and straight. Bend the knee, push that heel up to the ceiling. Keep those arms nice and long. Keep the tabletop nice and high. And pulse. Nice and controlled. Take that heel as high as you can get it. Now swing that left knee over to the right side of your mat. Squeeze your thighs together. Let that knee get as close to the right leg as possible, that left knee. Squeeze the thighs together some more. Let's do some isometric work here. Press the hips back toward the left corner back, or excuse me, right corner of your mat. Walk your hands to the right just a little bit and press back some more. Oh, yeah, a ton of good compression here. Now, listen, if you can, drape your torso over your legs by bending your elbows and falling down over this thing. If you can't do that, that's okay. And add your breath. And coming back up, walking your hands back to the center of your mat, unlocking the legs, coming back to table pose here. All right. Okay, Rob, let's get a shoulder in here. Right arm lifted up. We're going to thread the needle, take that right hand behind your left wrist, slide it out, drop down into your right wing bone, and then rearrange that left hand wherever you can put it to make you comfortable. I hope you guys can hear me. Okay. I'm going to take this jacket off. Hopefully that wasn't interfering with the mic up to this point. Okay. So you're hanging out with all this weight. Drop down on your right shoulder. If you want, you can lift the left arm. You can bind it, or just keep that left hand into the mat. Okay, here's the good part. You relax into this, and you feel your body get nice and heavy, and you feel the weight of your body dropping down toward your right shoulder. Because when you first get in this pose, the body guards. It's like, wait a minute, what's going on, right? And it kind of pushes back a bit, and then it starts letting it happen. And then release, left hand to the floor, straighten that arm, release the right. Back to tabletop here. Left arm sweeps up this time. Thread the needle on the other side, drop down. Okay, so that arm should be shoulder or lower. That's coming out. Shouldn't be higher than the shoulder. Okay, then again, you can do the right arm stuff if you feel like it. Up to the ceiling and or bind. And then just wait for that shoulder to accept the weight. Just get inside and feel it. If you go inside and feel this, you're going to work more deeply. You'll get a deeper release. Right palm into the mat. Come on up, tabletop pose again. Okay, curl your toes. Make sure your fingers are spread apart. And the wrists are just a little bit in front of the shoulders, not quite directly under it. Lift your belly, press into the hands, press into your toe pads, and lift your knees an inch or two off the ground. Now, as you're doing this, press firmly into the hands and lift your belly. Getting a nice full body workout. Now drop the knees to the ground again. Keep the toes curled. Press your hips back toward your heels and get a really nice long stretch in the spine, dropping your head, looking back toward your toes here. Press into the toes more firmly. Walk your fingertips back to the sides of your legs as you straighten your torso. Now, drop weight into the heels. Bring the fingertips forward, lift the knees, and come into a squat pose. All right, hands in Namaste Mudra. Elbows pressing into the inner thighs, widening them up a bit. Drop some of the weight back toward your hips and into your heels. Lift from the pelvic floor, that space between your pubic bone and your anus, right there. Lift it up internally and come on up. Open the arms, star pose here. Take the toes facing forward. Turn the palms behind you. Bring the arms behind you here. We're going to get some nice shoulder stuff. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Drop the shoulders down. Bring the fingertips to the ground. Drop the shoulders even farther to the ground. Bring the arms forward. And bring the arms out to the sides. Take your right hand to your left, or excuse me, take your left hand to your right rib cage or opposite. You can mirror me here. Make a fist. Make your arm nice and parallel to the ground. Now, the hand that is on your right rib cage is keeping the rib cage down while we're doing these shoulder openers, okay? Press out through the right fist. So it's like you're trying to open up the shoulder capsule by pressing out through the fist. The arm is going to just stay like one big stick, like a really nice strong stick as you do this. Okay, rotate the palm up to the ceiling, pinky forward. Bring the arm in front of you across your chest. Now bring the arm, keep the palm facing up to the ceiling. Now begin to spin the pinky outward to the side, and then the thumb comes forward, and keep turning that door handle as the arm comes back. Turn, turn, turn. Now the palm is facing up. You've got a lot of turn in the shoulder. Now bring the hand next to you with the pinky forward. Okay, kind of tricky. I'm going to try to do it again. Pinky back. Push back, push back, push back. Now begin to take the thumb to the ceiling as you bring your arm up, and then bring the thumb to the right. And now your palm's up again as your arm comes in front of you. Okay, keep the palm as it is up. Push, push, push up, upward toward those knuckles, upward toward those knuckles. Now begin spinning the thumb forward as you turn that door handle and bring your arm back and keep it long. Now the palm is facing back. Now the palm is facing to the side with the pinky forward. You've just done a full rotation in your shoulder capsule. Bring it up, palm up toward the ceiling. Here's where you have to start turning it. Begin turning it forward. Keep it up here. Now listen. Turn the knob back, doorknob back, and forward. Just keep turning it to the right and left as you make a fist and press out. Feel this in the shoulder. Next time the palm is up, bring it across and down. Other side. Right hand over the left rib cage, keep it low. Make a big fist and a really tight, straight arm. Turn the palm forward. Bring it across your body. Now don't move any part of the body here, just the arm is moving. Bring that arm up, palm is facing the ceiling, more or less here, right? Now we begin turning the pinky back, 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 back. Keep turning that doorknob, keep turning it. Now the palm is facing up. And by the time the arm comes next to you, the pinky's facing forward. See that rotation we have there? We have a internal rotation. Now we're going to externally rotate. Bring it up. Begin to turn the doorknob. Begin to bring the palm forward as you come up. Press through those knuckles. Press through those knuckles. Bring the arm across with the palm up. Keep the palm up as you lift. Press, press, press. I mean, really get that arm nice and long and out of the shoulder joint. Now begin to turn the palm back as the arm comes down slowly. Turn the palm, turn the palm. By the time the hand gets next to the leg, you've got your pinky faced forward. Now bring it back, palm up, palm up, palm up. Push through those knuckles. Rotate the palm forward as you come up. Keep it up here and just turn that doorknob right and left. Yeah, right and left. And close your eyes and feel the shoulder work. Palm up to the ceiling. Now bring that arm across and down. Okay, let's let it go. So just really, really shake it out. Shake it out. Shake it out. A lot of stuff for the shoulders here. And then, oops, back and forth. I caught my plant. Okay, so just back and forth. So just lift one toe and then the other. Turn the body. Let the arms be really floppy. All right. Feet facing forward again. Arms out to the side. I just want to throw in a deep shoulder. Palms facing forward. Hinge from the hips. Halfway down. Okay, now the palms are facing the ground. Keep the arms long and rotate the palms up to the ceiling, pinkies forward. Now, as the arms come up to the ceiling, drop your body down. Bend your elbows, intertwine your fingers, straighten the arms, Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Come halfway up with the torso. Knuckles are now facing back. Bend your knees, sit in this deep chair, wide-legged chair, bring your arms forward. Place your palms on top of your thighs. Round your back as you lift your belly, so you're doing like a squat with a cat. Round the back as much as you can. Now press into those palms, lift the tail and bring the heart forward. So it's like a cow pose. I'll go sideways. Let's do it again, just so you can see here. So here we do a cat in a squat, and then a cow in a squat. All right, and then release back to center. Drop down upside down, straighten the legs, grab the backs of your ankles, and release into a nice inversion here. All right, now turn the toes out and the heels in, bend your knees, and come up into a squat here. Horse pose or goddess squat. Bring the arms to the sides. Straighten the legs, squeeze your inner thighs together. Arms are nice and long and straight. Toes facing forward. Heel toe a few times. Get a little closer with the legs, about hip distance. And come down again, hinging from your hips. Right hand goes right underneath your face. Bend your right knee, lift your left sitting bone, lift your left arm. Now bend your left knee, sit in a little chair, send the left arm back, right arm forward. You're in a twisted chair pose here. Swing the left arm forward. Now you're in a traditional chair pose. Come on up. Swan dive forward. Nice forward fold here. Feel it. Can release from the neck big time using the traction of weight of your skull, opening up the neck. Left hand underneath your head. Bend the left knee, lift the right sitting bone, lift the right arm. Stay where you are, simply bend your right knee, and then push your butt back into that little chair, and then right arm back, left arm forward, twisted chair pose. Swing the right arm forward, chair pose, come on up. And back down. Bend both knees, swing the arms forward, lift. And draw forward and down again. Okay, walk your hands forward, your feet back, and look for your down dog. So whatever you want to do, you can walk your dog, you can keep it still, but remember, you always want to press back, press the hips back and up, lifting the belly to hoist up the hips. Left foot just off center line. Right foot lifts up, right leg lifts up, three-legged dog here. Press forward into the palms, draw back toward the left thigh with your chest. Turn the hips, open them to the right. Press more firmly into the left hand now. Lift that right ankle toward the ceiling. Bend the right knee. Let the foot fall back. Okay, more load in the right arm. Press more deeply. Straighten that leg. Turn your torso so you're facing the mat. Look forward. Right foot comes forward between your hands. And then get the left foot as far back as you can get it. Toes are facing forward. You want a really, really wide lunge here, everyone. Squeeze your left butt cheek, squeeze your left thigh, muscles all around that thigh bone. You can feel it. Squeeze the glutes. the thighs. Press more firmly into the right foot. Reach forward with the right arm. Press back with the left heel as you're reaching forward into the right fingertips. That's going to keep you nice and spread open, right, from two directions, front and back. Lift the arm to the ceiling. Turn the palm behind you. Bring the arm behind you. There's a shoulder opener right there. And then if you want to, bend your elbow and bind. Release the bind, get that arm forward, bring the hand down again. Gently drop the left knee to the floor, top of the left foot. Walk the fingertips back to lift the torso. Bring the hands to the top of your right thigh. Press your hips forward for left hips flexor release. Fingertips into the ground. Curl the left toes, lift the left knee. Press into the left toe pads firmly. Make sure that the left knee is straight here. Now begin to straighten the right knee. Hips come back. Walk your hands back. Now listen up. Let's really get into that left calf muscle. Press the left heel toward the ground. A little bit more. Really feel the calf muscles open up on the left. Now, if you want more load, bend the elbows back and drop your head toward your right shin. Okay, so that's going to get more in the right hip. Bend your right knee, come forward with your hands. Look back at your left foot, turn it out about 45 degrees. Put yourself in a nice position for warrior pose, different tracks for the feet. And come on up, warrior one. All right. So feel strong. This is called a warrior pose. Really activate that back leg by squeezing the glute, sending all that energy down the leg, and then anchoring into the side of the foot, the outer edge of that foot. Okay? Your supinator muscle in the foot pressing down into that edge. Now you can sit a little lower. Bring your arms out to the sides. I'm going to face you here. Might help. Okay, we're going to bring the left arm under the right for eagle arms. Continue to work on the shoulders here. So press those arms together as firmly as you can. Keep the chin down, keep the shoulders low. Lift the elbows, keep the shoulders low. Bring the hands to your forehead. Okay, and then keep your back nice and long and draw forward with your arms in this position, hands connected to your forehead. And then if you want to, take your arms down toward your leg and roll down in this. So just go as far as you can with this. Now bring it back up, all the way up. Lift the elbows to the ceiling as you back bend a bit. You're looking up at the ceiling, bending at the back. Now straighten your spine, release those arms. Both arms come up, warrior one. Power up that back glute, the back leg. Right arm comes forward, that hand falls, the top of that hand to the inside of your right thigh. Keep the thigh put as you open the left arm behind you. Really stretch, stretch, stretch open with a big stretch. Now release the right arm, warrior two. Rotate that right palm up, lift it up to the ceiling, lose the back arm. Okay, there's the right rib cage. You've just opened it up. Nice access to it. Give it some breath. Back to warrior two, warrior one. And come forward, bring it down. We're moving into a pigeon pose here. So turn those back toes so they're facing forward and walk that front foot to the left side of your mat, knee to the right. Send that right leg straight back, hips level to the floor, and then begin dropping weight into this as you drop your torso down. Connect with your breath. And slowly lift up. Take that left leg forward, right knee bent to the side. Got to get in this nice lower back release. So flex that left heel. Draw your navel back. Scooch that left sitting bone back a little bit. And then as you come over the left leg with your body, press the right knee to the ground to keep the right lower back nice and open in this stretch. And slowly lift up, send the left leg back, right knee to the side, hands under your shoulders, curl the back toes, lift that knee, send the right leg back, come into down dog again. Right foot, bring it in, just off center line, left foot lifted up. Three-legged dog again. Press the chest back toward the right leg this time. Lift that left leg a little higher. Turn the hips to the left. Notice that the right arm is taking more weight now, so press more firmly into the right hand. Lift the left ankle toward the ceiling and pulse it. Belly pulls back toward the spine. Bend the knee, let that foot fall back, and you've got even more load in the right. Right shoulder, right arm. So press firmly into your mat, everyone. Push the mat away from you. That's going to strengthen your shoulder and your arm. Straighten the leg, turn your hips toward the mat. Look forward and bring the left foot forward between your hands. Shimmy those right toes back. Get them back as far as you can get them. Press into those toe pads. And then press the right heel back. Again, calf muscles. Reach forward, left arm. Press back, right heel. Once you get a lot of stretch, keep the stretch, keep that length, and lift that arm to the ceiling as you turn your torso. And draw that left hip in towards center. Don't let it jut out. Binders, you can turn that palm around, bring the arm back, bend the elbow and bind. Release the bind, everyone. Bring the arm forward, hand comes down next to that foot. Make sure your right toes are facing forward, check it out. And then slowly begin to straighten the left knee. Drop the right heel. Calves again, getting a nice workout. Walk the hands back. Bend the elbows back, drop your forehead toward your shin. Release as you bend that left knee, bring it over the left ankle. Drop the right knee to the ground, top of the right foot, lift the torso, hands come to the top of your thigh, press the hip forward, especially that right side, hip flexor stretch here. And release the hands back to the floor, curl the back toes, lift that right knee, turn that foot out to 45, make sure you're on different tracks and that you're set up to come up to warrior one. If you get up and the legs are wrong, you can always rearrange them at the top. Make sure the hips are facing forward. Okay, we're going to bring the right arm under the left for eagle arms here. Tops of the hands together or palms. So you're looking straight ahead at the arms. The arms should be right in the center of your view here. Press the arms together. You're going to feel this open, the upper back and the shoulders. Keep the chin down. Neck isn't part of this at all. Lift the elbows and try not to lift the shoulders when you do this. Now just keep the arms as they are. Just bring the hands to you until they touch your forehead. Now you reach forward with the chest as you lengthen your torso and come forward with this thing. And then you round down and you drop your arms toward the inside of that left leg. And release from this, straightening up. Now lift the elbows, and if you want to bend that back knee, you can do it. And lift the elbows toward the ceiling. You're looking up at the ceiling, you're back bending here. Still pressing the arms together. Now bring the spine nice and straight. Release the arms. Bring them up to warrior one. Left arm comes forward. Top of that hand hits the inside of the thigh. And that leg is not going to move. That left leg is going to not move at all. Lift the right fingertips. Bring them back. Torso comes with it. Release the left arm. Nice warrior two here. Left palm to the ceiling. Lose the right arm. Left arm comes over. And now we've got the left rib cage open. We can breathe into that. Release to warrior one. Excuse me, warrior two. Warrior one, we're coming down here all the way down for pigeon pose. Lift that back foot. Turn those back toes forward as you walk your right foot, left foot to the right side of your mat. And coming into pigeon for the left hip this time. Notice the movement of your breath in this pose. And slowly lift up, send the right leg forward, left knee out to the side. Okay, flexing that right foot. And then dragging that heel and sitting bone back. Pressing that left knee down as you come forward over the right leg. And remember, everyone, it's not how far down you go. What it's about is, are you feeling this? Are you aware of the sensations in your body as you're doing these poses? Okay, that's what it is. 100%. It's not about, measuring how far down you can go. It's not, this is not a competitive sport. And once you get down there, really drop the head and release the back of your neck. And slowly roll up. Send that right leg back. Curl the right toes, lift. Let the left leg come back and walk the feet to the center of your mat. Bend your elbows. Drop your belly into your thighs or between them. Drop your head in front of your knees. Grab the backs of your ankles. And rib cage breath right here. You're going to move over the tops of your thighs. Yeah, big breaths here. And then release your arms to the sides. Place your palms under your feet, palms up. Press your toes and the joints of your toes into your hands. And kind of even roll them side to side. Get some good massage in those hands. Now drop your head, drop your elbows to the sides, and come down a little more. Release your hands from under your feet. And we're going to slowly roll up, letting those arms dangle. All right. Inhale up and stretch it up. Take the left arm down. Reach up with the right fingertips. Equal weight into the right and the left leg. Soften your tailbone. Let your tail drop. Bend your right elbow. Get the side of your head. Soften both shoulders. Let the tops of the shoulders drop. Now take the right ear down toward the right shoulder. Okay, if you want more, bring the left arm up just a little bit, turn the palm back, bring the arm back, give yourself a bind. And if you want even more, bring the right ear back just a bit. And then press the left shoulder down. So this is more of an active stretch. And release that. Right arm comes down, left arm comes up, equal weight in both legs, or more or less. Bend the elbow, take the side of your head. Drop both shoulders. Left ear toward the left shoulder. Now this is probably where most of you are going to stay. So when I add on, you don't necessarily need to join me. But if you want more intensity, right arm comes up. Right palm faces back. Arm comes back. If you can, bend the elbow, take the top of that hand to your side body. Draw the right shoulder back. And then bring the left ear back a little bit. And really press into this. And release. Bring both arms up, hands clasped. Take them to the base of your skull. Bring your elbows back. Press your elbows forward. Press the heels of your hands into the base of the skull, right and left. Lift the base of the skull as you drop your chin forward. So you're pressing the bottom of your palms into the base of your skull and pressing them up toward the top of your skull. So again, another more active neck stretch. And release. All right, inhale up and exhale down. All right, let's bring it on our backs. Try to get a little core in tonight. So, heels into the mat, toes up, arms facing forward, palms up. We're going to come down slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Okay, so that means you're not keeping your back straight. You're kind of curving it into the ground. And then take the arms overhead, give yourself a full body stretch. And now bring the arms up to the ceiling and slowly start coming up again. Now, if you need to bend your knees to do this, that's absolutely fine. And then come into a nice seated forward fold, and then come back again slowly. Pilates sit up. Arms overhead. Full body stretch. Arms come up. Slow lifting. And bring it forward. Palms up, bend your knees, place your heels into your mat. You're holding a tray right here. Come about halfway down toward the ground with your back, and then just pulse. Now hang on to a big beach ball. Take it to the right and pulse it to the right. Bring it to center, now to the left. So you're turning from the lower torso, okay? So you really feel the obliques working here. Now back to center, hang on to that tray, halfway down, and pulse. Now slowly come all the way down. All right, bring your right knee up into your chest, straighten your left leg, intertwine your fingers over your right shin, and press that thigh down. Shoulders are away from your ears. Right arm in a T pose, release it. Left hand grabs the side of that bent knee leg, slowly draws it over to the left side. Nice spinal twist here. And soften up the shoulders, bend both elbows. Put some deep breaths in this. And slowly bring that knee back to center. Now bring the left knee up, rock your hips side to side, and then walk one hip at a time down toward the bottom of your mat to lengthen your spine. Left knee comes up to the chest, right leg falls down to the ground. Intertwine over that left shin and press it in toward you. Using the arm muscles, shoulders away from the ears. Release the left arm into a T pose. Right hand takes the side of that leg, draws it over to your right side, twisting the spine to the right this time. Bringing the leg back to center. Bringing both knees to the chest, giving yourself a nice big hug here. And then releasing into a circle, knee circle, which translates to a lower back, circular rotation, reverse. crossing at the ankles, flicking the feet up to the ceiling, and coming up to seated pose. Okay, let's flip it over. You know what? You know what we didn't do? Let's do it right here. Just because we did. Arms out to the sides, and then they come up. Hands in Namaste Mudra, and bring it down. Just to bring a little centeredness into this. Okay, now down on the ground, belly down, crocodile pose, nice restorative pose. One palm on top of the other, or one hand on top of the other, rather. And just resting, feet are toed in. And then, of course, this is the one where you can release your lower back. So think about your belly as a balloon. I'm up just so you can hear me on the mic, but stay down with your head down like this. So think about your belly as this balloon that inflates and deflates as you take an in-breath and an out-hail, an inhale and an exhale. Well, when the belly inflates, when you inhale, it pushes against the ground, right? But the ground is hard, so it has nowhere to put all that space. So what it'll do is transfer some of that to the back, to the lower back. So if you give a really nice big inhale, notice how the lower back releases with that. Just kind of stay there with your awareness and notice it. And hands chest level, feet are toed in. We're getting ready for cobra here. So head is lifted off the ground, but the chin is down toward the chest because you want the back of the neck to be long and straight. Now slowly peel your front body off your mat, and you're using the strength of your back muscles to do this. Now a cobra is not very high. It's about like this. But some people like to go from a cobra to a back bend. And if you've done that, you might even want to press more firmly into your hands and lift your thighs off the ground, push into the tops of your feet for an up dog. All right, come back down slowly, feeling the body, make contact with your mat. Kiss your forehead to the mat and come up again. Chin to the chest, don't draw your head back. And then if you want a little lateral twist at the top tonight, you can look over one shoulder and then the other. And then make your way back down slowly. And after you're done with that final cobra, turn your head to one side, release your arms to the sides, palms up, elbows mat. And then very slowly turn your head to the other side. And then bring your head back to center and bring your palms into the ground next to your chest again and push up into a tabletop pose. Okay, be very aware of the architecture of your tabletop. Make it really nice and symmetrical. And then lift your belly, curl your tail under, keep that pelvic tilt as you slowly press back into this child's pose that is going to open up lower back, mid back, and upper back. And just rest in child's pose. All right. And then if you're staying for Shavasana, you can flip it over. All right. So once you're in Shavasana pose, just close your eyes if they're not already. And just take a moment to really thank your body for doing this practice, right? All that it can do. And just soften your eyeballs in their sockets. Let the muscles of your face release. Release, soften your jaw, your tongue. Just make your entire skull nice and heavy. Let it rest into the floor or your pillow, whatever is supporting it. And now, because the head is fully supported and it doesn't need the neck, really relax the muscles of your neck. Just feel them melt. Notice the rise and the fall of your chest as you breathe. And every time you inhale, feel the chest really expand. Let the chest open up nice and wide with every inhale. And then let the chest fall and soften down toward the ground with your exhale. Feel the muscles of your back completely soften, upper back, around your shoulder blades. Just nice and soft. Notice the sensations in your arms. Whatever comes to you, sensations of weight or pressure, temperature, whatever you feel. Just be open to experiencing it. And go to your left hand and notice the feeling, the sensations in the palm of your left hand. Okay, and go beyond the palm. Notice how those sensations go actually beyond your hand. They're not restricted to where the skin, ends, if you will. And now move over to the right palm. Really fully experience the sensations. The right palm. Feel the weight of both your arms. Now go down to your belly and notice the rise and the fall of your belly. And every time your belly drops down as you exhale, feel a nice release in your buttocks and your lower back. And now go deep into the hips and the groin. Notice the sensations there. And feel the weight of both your legs. Just let them grow even heavier. Make them even softer, releasing all tension from the legs. And now take your awareness to the right sole of your foot. And notice that, just like your palms, a lot of nerve endings at the soles of your feet. So just let yourself experience that. It goes beyond the sole of the foot. Experiences as a sensation versus as a shape. And now the left sole. And now with your body nice and open, just really experience breath, the life force. Just feel how the breath gives your body life. Just open up to the breath, receive it. And of course, release it and let it go. Bring in a new breath. So there's this cycling of life within us, right? This inhale, this exhale, this constant movement, this constant change. Just let that all happen without interference. In tonight's Shavasana, if you'd like to put a prayer intention or sankalpa here, you can do that now. And with your next exhale, let it go. And just go back to being really passive, the body receiving breath and releasing breath. Okay, slowly making your transition. And when you're ready, rolling onto your right side. And then very slowly bringing yourself to seated pose. All right. Arms out to the side, wide open, palms up, inhale up. Namaste Mudra right over your crown. Exhale down. And one nice inhale and exhale here. Namaste. Okay, thanks everyone. Stay warm. Have a wonderful weekend. Oh, look how beautiful. And look at your stockings. Is that for
Yes, yes.
is that for you and Rob?
That's one stocking for Azul, who came from Detroit foster care to be with our daughter and
Oh,
arrived on November 3rd. So a 10-and-a-half-year-old is here, and she is expecting a baby February 1st. So
whoa, whoa, whoa,
her
whoa, whoa, whoa,
family,
whoa. Wait a minute. Wait, Brenda. Are you saying that you're adopting a child or your
our
daughter?
daughter will, our daughter.
A 10 and a half year old?
It's my grandnephew, her cousin's son, who we've been with his whole life.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's
Yep.
wonderful.
So we have an exciting Christmas coming before us.
And now wait, did you say she's pregnant too?
She's due February 1st with her first baby. Yeah, timing couldn't have been worse, but it is what it is.
It is what it
It
is.
it is what it is. She had two miscarriages and she's got a baby girl. So we're
Awesome.
waiting for this. Yep. So we're not going anywhere this winter.
Oh no, 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 no. You're staying put. Oh, it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful holiday. All
Yep,
right,
we are
enjoy.
excited. Yes. Happy
Congratulations.
Hanukkah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.